So I've been eating meat all my life, that's 30 years plus. And I feel like I probably could never go vegan, even though I adore vegetables. But the trend of mushroom and bean burgers have me asking myself, are vegans really lying about plant-based burgers tasting that good? Oh, wow, look at that. I mean, I've tried a few in the supermarkets and they're okay. Today, I'm going to try and make the most epic black bean and mushroom burger in my handy dandy air fryer to find out just how good these things are. Welcome back, guys. I'm Chef Samantha George and I've been a chef in the culinary industry for over 10 years. I'm passionate about creating simple and delicious meals that allow you to focus on the flavors. So we have here some black beans that are already cooked. You can use 2 canned black beans, right? Here's a trick I learned from Chef Kenji. To make it a little bit more toothsome and not so mushy, I went ahead and dehydrated the beans in my air fryer for about 5 minutes. That's how quickly these guys dehydrate in the air fryer. As you can see, they almost are like dried beans, but they're fully cooked inside and easily broken down, which we're gonna zap in our food processor. So both these black beans are cooked, but one having more water content and the other a lot drier. In the end, that's gonna result in a less mushy burger, which to some can be a little bit off-putting. So it's gonna be more like your traditional beef mince burger with a little bit more bite and grit to it. All right, okay, great. So get that done. First thing, get it out of the way. Black beans, done. Now let's sweat our onions and our aromatics and let's get into that. Let's get our stove hot and ready.
Instead of adding raw onions and bell peppers into our patty, we're taking a different approach. By caramelizing them, we're unlocking their full potential, infusing our burger with rich smokiness and delightful sweetness. Now, with our bell peppers, slicing and de-seeding them will ensure we rid them of any bitterness by removing the white stuff. To expedite this process, we'll turn to our trusty food processor to break them down. Now, onto our mushrooms. Opting for shiitake mushrooms for their robust meaty flavor and umami goodness, we'll mince them up using the food processor as well, setting them aside for later use.
Well, we do want some moisture in the patties, so I didn't want everything to be dry. And I think most of it is gonna be evaporated anyway in the air fryer. And the mushrooms are by nature, in its texture, is very gummy. So once the water evaporates through the baking process, we're gonna be left with a nice gummy texture as opposed to the beans, which were mushy. It's really about the textural differences with the mushroom and the beans. That's why I left a little bit of liquid in there. These oil, my favorite. The more garlic, the better. Just gonna let it get a little brown, get some caramelization going on, more flavor. Because of the sweet pepper in there, which has a higher water content, it's gonna take me about 20 minutes. It's a little longer, yes. You guys should know that if you want this recipe to be even more simpler, feel free to literally just throw everything in. I mean, everything. Every single ingredient in the food processor one time and make the patties. You'll still get a delicious patty. You just probably are not gonna get the best in texture and flavors, but it'll still be edible and pretty delicious. I'm taking the time to doing the recipe with a little bit more difficulty because I really am trying to just get the best flavor possible from this burger. Typically when I'm browning onions alone in a pot that's not non-stick, I'll put a little water for it to lift up the caramelization that's settled at the bottom, but I'm using a really good non-stick ceramic, so there's nothing sticking to the bottom of the pan. Flavor boosting factors going on in here. Garlic going in. Let's remove the heat and get ready to assemble.
Next up, we're transforming our dehydrated beans into a fine flour. Once done, we'll seamlessly blend them into our wet ingredients to create our flavorful and protein-rich mixture. To enhance the flavor and texture of our burger, we're incorporating fat into the mix, ensuring a more subtle yet rich taste, all without the need for frying in oil. After seasoning with salt, garam masala, finely diced scotch bonnet peppers, and fresh cilantro, we'll thoroughly mix everything together before adding our beans and mushrooms.
1 cup. And the black bean with some chopped nuts for extra texture and interesting flavor. Breadcrumbs to help bind everything together. This is gluten-free breadcrumbs. So here are 2 flavor boosting tips that you should have in your back pocket. One is a little controversial, and that's good old MSG. It's really big in Chinese cuisine, but it is really a flavor enhancer. I'm gonna add some to my veggie patty burger just to boost stuff a little bit just to make all of the great flavors even greater and just pop more. Baking soda is alkaline, and when you add it to stuff like peas, it makes it actually taste a lot more meatier. It's really big in Trinidadian doubles. They put baking soda in their peas and it makes it taste like cow food, I swear. Sometimes I add it to pasta sauce as well to reduce the acidity, and it just makes the sauce a lot more rounder, a lot more palatable and softer, easier on the tongue. For people that are not used to like things being extremely acidic, it works great. So there you go, 2 flavor boosting cooking techniques in your back pocket. Enjoy.
Ensure the seasonings are evenly distributed by mixing thoroughly. Next, take about a tennis ball sized portion of the mixture and shape them into patties. Spritz both sides with a little bit of oil before placing them in the air fryer and bake them at 400 degrees for about 10 minutes, just until they're golden brown. Remember, everything is essentially cooked. The goal is now to seal the patties, heating them through and crisping up the exterior. To save some patties for later use, freeze them on a tray until needed.
All right, so just a quick experiment that I'm squeezing into this recipe. I'm actually gonna fry one of the patties and see how they compare in the taste test when we're done. It's an air fryer video, guys, don't worry, but I just wanna see how this one compares live. Our burgers are ready. We have the fried version and the air fryer one. We've assembled, put on our yogurt sauce on the bottom, put our patty on, and I've topped it off with some mango and red onion slaw. Just a little sweetness to go against the umami-ness and the richness of the bean patty. And then we're gonna just top it off with some good old lettuce. We've got some baby lettuce here. Let's go with the tomatoes first, and then the lettuce, and then we just top it off like that. Oh yeah, baby. I chose to do this recipe in the air fryer because I'm working on this huge series of recipes on my blog. I'm aiming for 196 easy recipes that any mom can make. You can visit here to see the series when you're done. You could fry this in a shallow pan or deep fry it, which will result in higher fat content, but the air fryer will still give our black bean burgers a crispy exterior. I want to quickly talk about the food processor. I believe that the food processor is a game changer in the kitchen. I love this baby, especially for making these patties for my bean burgers. It was so easy to just whip everything up together. I added the black beans, mushrooms, the breadcrumbs, my onions, and sweet pepper, and I was done processing everything in a matter of seconds. You have to get one of these. Even if you get a small one, trust me, it will make your work divide. This Cuisinart brand that I use is perfect for when I do caterings because it can hold up to 6 to 8 cups of ingredients. This recipe includes eggs, so it's octo-vegetarian, if you want to call it that. I know some people are very particular about that. But yes, it does contain eggs to help bind everything together, but I'll recommend different alternative ingredients that you can use to help bind the burger together. Guys, are you ready to start tasting your burger? Wow, it certainly looks great, but because this is glutinous bread, I'm gonna ask my son to come on set and just try it for me. All right guys, my son is here to taste because today I'm using bread with gluten, so I'm not gonna try, but he's gonna try, right? Are you ready? He doesn't know what it is. The little mouth is too small. So we gotta, oh wow, look at that, wow. Big bite, big bite. Chew it up and taste it. What do you think? Delicious? One more? Give it a bite, Darren. Come on, for the people. Bite, and then tell them what you think. I love how moist it looks. Yeah? So, kid approved, husband approved. What is there not to try? Guys, jump on this recipe. It's super easy. Black bean burger for the win, hands down, in the books. This is a keeper. Shireen Anderson, here you go. So there you have it, folks, an easy and delicious black bean burger recipe that is tried and true and delicious. It is perfect for families, and I'm sure you will agree once you try it. Just drop a comment below and let me know what you think about it. If you enjoyed this recipe and want to see more, be sure to subscribe to my channel, guys. Don't forget to support your girl. We'll be sharing more recipes that are simple, delicious, and perfect for you.